You have not been here since the movie, you and Kristen Wiig, The Skeleton Twins. Now, I went to see this movie. I was surprising. The job you do in that, I thought, thanks. Oh my God, this guy is above and beyond what anybody could do. That was tremendous acting.
Thank you so
much. But now, did you know you could do that?
No. No, yeah, you just, Craig Johnson, this guy who directed the movie, took a chance on me and said, you know, we'll just try this and do it. And then when they hired Kristen to do it, it was someone I felt really comfortable with. Right. So, no, it was, thank you. That means a lot coming from me.
Well, I want to tell you something. We've seen you in many other movies. And you play the cop who's smoking weed or whatever you play. You know?
Oh, yeah, right. That's usually my guy. Yeah. We need a cop who smokes weed. Get hater in here.
And it's always funny, but this was such a departure and a lovely job of acting, and I hope you'll continue doing more stuff like that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, other people must have just went crazy for this, right?
Yeah, a lot of people. No, yeah, it was the same, reaction. People going like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, that was good. Sweet. Now, when you saw it for the first time, did you think, wow?
Yeah, I was like, honey.
Take a look at this.
Hey, honey.
Yeah.
Who's a dummy now?
Anyway, congratulations on that, and everything's going
Thanks.
great. And we mentioned Sunday night is the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
You were there 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
so a nice long part of that history.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't say what it is, but I just found out what I'm doing in the show on the way over here. They called me and they said, we kind of know what you're doing, but it's a little hectic, so I'll find out.
It'll be very exciting. But that's the nature of doing a live comedy show.
Yeah,
it's right last minute, and it is going to be, and a lot of great people are there.
Oh, amazing people.
Have you worked with all of the people that will be assembled there, you think?
I think so. I hope, I think most of them. I'm excited to meet, like, writers and stuff, like Jack Handy and people like that who I never got to meet. But, like, that's the crazy thing about SNL is they would just throw you into a room and with Steve Martin, and Lauren would be like, Bill, do you have any ideas? I'm like, well, it's Steve Martin. I don't know what I could say to make Steve Martin any,
Let me hear the Lauren again.
Bill, do you have any ideas?
Bill, do you have any ideas?
Hey, there you go.
Bill, do you have any ideas? Bill, do you have any ideas?
Bill, do you have any ideas?
Bill, do you have any ideas? Bill, do you have any ideas?
Bill,
Bill, do you have any ideas? Any nightmare stories from your experience?
Oh, yeah. Tons of nightmare stories. Oh, my gosh. I was nervous pretty much. I thought I was going to be fired for the first pretty much 4 years I was on the show. I mean...
Really? The first
really,
4?
4 years. I mean, I was... My wife... Actually, I was nervous every single show. My wife would come down and just calm me down. We would do, like, breathing exercises.
Oh, no.
She'd be like, horse breath. Horse breath. And I'm like, all right. Because what happens is we have the dress rehearsal, which is just like the live show. And then we have the dress rehearsal, and then we have a meeting with Lauren, and then there's the air show, and it's really crazy. And sometimes between dress and air, they would change things. They would change your whole character. And a writer sometimes would forget to tell you that they had changed your character. So I remember once I was a guy, I came out and was like, hello, my name is Rex, and I'm from, I was a guy from Texas at dress. And then on air, I was like, hello, my name is Rex, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yikes.
And you see some writer over in the corner going like, I got to tell Bill that he's a Boston guy now.
Oh, my God. But the idea of doing it live, does that ever settle down?
No. It was always terrifying. Yeah, and then sometimes you would do a sketch and it would just bomb. I know that me and Will Forte would do these characters named Jerry and Carl. They were these old grizzled businessmen, and no one found it funny except Lauren. Like, no one enjoyed it except Lauren Michaels. And we did a Jerry and Carl sketch with Josh Brolin called Fart Face. It's crazy that thing would ever not make one person.
Fart Face, brilliant.
No, don't do that. No one has ever liked Fart Face. No one likes Fart Face. So we did Fart Face, and And it was Josh Brolin. We were these grizzled, kind of old businessmen, and it was like, Jerry, I think you're kind of a fart face. I was like, well, Carl, I'm not a fart face. Don't appreciate you calling me that. Carl, I'm and it was all very serious.
Very earnest?
Very earnest. Yeah. And then we'd call Josh Brolin a fart face, and his character starts crying, and then we threaten him, and we say, we're going to tell everybody you cried in our office. And that was the end of the sketch. So we did it at Dress, and it played to total silence. I mean, we could hear our footfalls on the ground, you know? You could hear my jacket moving around. Like, it was so quiet. And we were like, oh, well, that didn't make it. So then we come in to the meeting before air, and not only is it in the show, it got moved up. It's like, it got moved up, and we were like, oh, no, now we got to do it. And I'm looking at Will Forte in the meeting, and he's like, we got to do it now, you know? And Lauren's like, it's funny. And so we have to do it, and we're with Josh Brolin, and we're back there, and we're about to do the sketch we know is going to be totally awful. And Josh Brolin, I remember he looked up at the audience, and he went, well, fellas, let's shut these up. And it was... and it was like...
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like the end of the Wild Bunch. It was kind of like, all right, guys, here we go. Bombed somehow even worse on air. Even worse. Like, I could look out and see people scowling at us, like, what is this? And that was the episode that Sarah Palin did a cameo in. It was the most watched SNL episode in history. I went up to Sarah Palin after the show. I go, did you like our sketch? And she went, what sketch was that? I go, fart face? And she went, oh, no.
No, I didn't. No. Well, guess what? It's going in the time capsule.
Well, guess what?
But one wonders, another night, another circumstance, would that same material have worked?
I don't think his fart face would have ever worked. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes you get a certain host, like, we did one with Alec Baldwin it was Jerry and Carl's sketch, but it wasn't fart face. Mm-hmm. It was us, like, I forget what it was, but Baldwin made it work a little bit.
Well, you know, you got the 40th anniversary special coming up. Try it out there.
Yeah.
Take fart face.
Yeah, I'll take fart
40th
face
anniversary.
Lauren, I think we got to do fart face again. Let's try it.
You have any ideas?
I don't know what I'm doing now.
You have any ideas?
Am I right? You're from Kansas, right?
Oklahoma. Watch it. Someone almost said it.
Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa,
yeah.
Oklahoma. Yeah. And where'd you go to school? Did you go to school in Oklahoma?
Not really. I went to school in Oklahoma. I went to a high school in Oklahoma, but then I went to a community college for like 5 seconds. Then I just moved to L.A.
Really? Moved right to L.A.?
I moved right to L.A. Yeah.
And where did you live?
I lived in this little like efficiency apartment. It wasn't even a studio. It was like this tiny apartment. You'd open the door and it was just the back wall was right there, and this little and there's this common room where the TV was, and people can kind of hang out and watch TV. But I would just sit, and one day I had the door open, and I was laying on my bed, and I was reading a book, and I saw these guys coming through the common room and going upstairs, and they were coming out with TVs and Blu-ray players and stuff, and I go, oh, the people upstairs are moving. And so I sat there reading my book, and I was going like this. And then the people, they came home a couple hours later, and they were like, hey, we just got robbed. And they came down to me, and they're like, hey, did you see anything? And I was like, these guys were coming through. I thought you were moving. And they're like, well, did they have like monogram shirts on or anything? I go, well, no, one guy had an Iron Maiden shirt on. And I was kind of wondering why you guys were just moving your TVs and your VCRs. But yeah, they got robbed. But then I thought about it, and I was like, even if I knew it was a robbery, I probably would have done the same thing. I'm such a wimp.
What are you supposed to do, honestly? Yeah.
Yeah, just fellas, good luck.
I mean, you went to community college, for God's sake.
I know, I went to community college. I didn't even graduate. Community college grad here.
This is, and Paul, you'll be over there also for this?
Yes, I will. I'll be over there.
The 40th anniversary. Buddy. Paul, of course, there from the nascent days of Saturday Night Live, first 5 years.
I was the pianist, yes.
That's right. Bill Hader, Saturday Night Live, the 40th anniversary special, Sunday at 8. Congratulations,
Thank
Bill.
You, buddy.
Have fun this weekend.
Thank you.